Oh, cool.
Because you'll see then hit this for something.
Hit that.
Me.
Yep. Hi everyone. Can you all hear me? Maybe a few of you could just let me know in the comments if you can hear me. That would be great. Hello. Cool. Great. Welcome everyone. Hope you're all enjoying the sunshine this morning. We're going to come down to lie on our backs. So if you would like to grab a blanket or a cushion before you come down, just go and grab that now, and then we'll all meet lying down. So whenever you're ready, come to lie on your back and take any position that feels comfortable for you. Let your eyes close down whenever you're ready. And just begin to notice what parts of your body are connecting to the floor. As you scan your body, give yourself permission to sink back. And notice how the ground is supporting you here. We're going to turn our attention now to our breath. Just notice how it feels this morning. Notice how it feels to breathe. And invite a deeper connection with your breath. Take a nice big inhale. And a long, slow exhale. Big inhale. Long, slow exhale. You can carry on like this. Noticing how the inhales really allow you to fill up and expand as you lift. And the exhales ground you down through the back body. Inhale to lift and open the front body. Exhale, sinking back and down, feeling heavy through the back body. And if it feels comfortable for you, you can take some sighs out the mouth. As you exhale, let it go. Inhaling through the nose. Last one like this. And then gently return to a normal breath. But try to stay present with it. And then ever so slowly, we'll start to drag our feet up. If the legs are extended, we're just going to bend the knees and let the feet come to the ground. Walk your feet wide to the edges of the mat and then let your knees drop together. So really feel that, that connection between your inner knees. And this should allow your lower back to sink into the ground, into the mat a little bit more heavily. Let's take our hands just below the navel and enjoy cultivating this awareness of our breath deep into our belly. So feel the rise and fall of your hands as you breathe into your palms. And then from here, we're going to gently walk the feet back together. And this time, let the knees drop open so the soles of the feet can connect. And the knees and the hips can feel loose and open. With our hands, we're going to place them somewhere on our rib cage. So one hand on either side of your ribs. And now breathing deeply into the lungs in your ribs. Feel the awareness of your breath under your hands. Gently expanding as you take a breath in. Gently softening to contract as you breathe out. Great. And then from here, we're going to bring the knees back together. You can use your hands if that helps. And then we're going to extend the legs up high. So you might feel like the weight shifts back into your spine. You can have your legs straight or gently bent, whatever's most available for you. And we're going to take the hands just below the collarbones. So the elbows are wide, the shoulders are soft. We're just going to let the legs dangle and suspend, breathing into the upper chest now. Nice, slow, rhythmic breath. And as you breathe in, you might find that the hands turn up into a smile. And as you breathe out, they gently relax back down. Gently now, we're going to lower the left foot down towards the mat and keep the right leg up. You can bring your hands somewhere on the leg to touch, or if it feels okay to just have it upright, you can let your arms flop to the side. We're going to shake the right leg, so encouraging it to feel really loose and all the muscles to wobble around. And then gently bring it to stillness and take some circles into the ankle joint. Noticing the change of sensation, the little shifts of sensation as we move and breathe. And then bringing that foot to stillness and bending the knee towards the right shoulder. So taking your right hand just below the kneecap, on the top of the right shin, squeezing the knee closer towards the floor. And then maybe if it feels good, starting to take some circles with your hand and knee, and noticing where the origin of the movement is in the hip. So these circles can be as big or as small as you wish. And again, just notice and witness that shifting sensation in the body. And when you next bring the knee to center, we'll draw the right ankle bone across the left thigh and then just gently prise the knee away from you towards the bottom right corner of the mat. And you'll feel the right hip bone, that space around it opening up. So you can choose to stay here for a few breaths, or you might want to engage your abdominals as you slowly lift the left foot off the floor. And as you draw the left thigh towards you, you can keep pushing back through that right ankle. So you've got this equal sense of force, equal sense of pressure, pushing in both directions now. And again, option to stay here or option to lower the left foot down to the floor. So just tap it with your big toe and then bring the foot back up. So keep the breath fluid. Try to keep the lower back spreading into the mat. And we'll take 2 more breaths in any of the options I've just given. When you next let the toe come down, just drop the whole foot to the floor. And then we'll all slide the right leg over the left, so crossing the legs at the highest point of your thigh. And then we're going to open the arms out either to a T shape or into a cactus shape, depending on what space you have around you. And then gently, gently, we'll start to turn our weight to the left, so both knees draw over. And you might hear or feel some cracks and clicks. That's totally normal. Let both shoulders relax, both shoulder blades stay to the ground. And if it feels okay for your head, you can gently turn your head to the right shoulder. Now sending the awareness of your breath up and down the spine. Nice big nourishing breaths in. And big releasing breaths out. On your next big inhale, let's bring both knees back to the ground. So really try to stabilize through your pelvis as you extend the right leg back up. Give it a little shake about, and then bend the knee and let the foot drop to the floor. So we're going to bring the feet wide again and let the knees knock together. We're just going to pause here to reset. And you might notice that the right side feels a little bit looser than the left, hopefully. And try to think of this meditational movement less as a physical activity, more of a nervous system reset. So we're not trying to push or force our way into anything. Just let the breath guide you into the postures and throughout the movement. Take 3 more big breaths here, feeling the alignment of your spine, sinking back into the mat to make little impressions through the vertebrae. And then gently bringing the feet closer back together. Press into the right foot now, and we're going to lift the left leg up, nice and slowly, bending the knee if that helps. We want to try and welcome some length into the back of the left leg. So again, if your hands feel happy on the ground, they might want to support the leg in some way. Find what works for you. And then just start to shake it all about. Really encourage the muscles to slack, loosen off. Release any tension just by giving a big wobble. And then bring the leg to stillness, but keep that movement into the ankle joint as we gently swirl and twirl the foot around. And these can be big or small circles. Just find what feels good for your ankle joint. And then bringing the foot to stillness in the center. Bend the left knee towards the left elbow. Find your hand, maybe your left hand stays on top of the shin or just below the kneecap, and the left hand stays on the ground or maybe on your right hip ground down. And then we'll squeeze the left knee towards the left shoulder. And then find any little movements here, maybe some circles, maybe just shifting side to side. Starting to explore on this side how your interior world is feeling and reacting today. And trying to keep your eyes closed as much as you can to really take that gaze inward. I'll do my best to guide you with my voice. So once you feel like you've got some nice gentle movement flowing through that hip socket, we're going to bring the left ankle bone across the right thigh. And then gently push that left knee down towards the left corner of the mat. Feel all that space now opening up in the hip. And options for you now again. You can either stay where you are, or you might want to peel the right foot off the ground, really pressing through the lower back. Find that equal force, pushing in both directions so that your glutes are switched on. And again, choosing if you want to stay here in some stillness or gently taking that right big toe down to the mat and then lifting back up. Taking 3 more breaths, either in movement or stillness. Lowering the foot completely when you're ready. Planting the right foot down quite firmly as you send the left leg over the right, crossing at the highest point of your thigh. Bringing your arms out to either that T shape or cactus shape again, where the forearms bend either side of you. So you're bending at the elbows and your forearms are framing your face. And then we'll gently let both knees roll to the right. Keep grounding through that left shoulder. And then maybe gliding the head towards the left shoulder. And using your breath as a reminder to feel into your body. Notice if this twist feels too intense, you can take the knees further away from you. Or if it feels like you might be able to go deeper, squeezing the thighs closer to you and gently easing them closer to the floor. And trying to relax any parts of the body that aren't needing to be activated here. So stay in tune with what your body's feeling. Last big breath. And then use the next inhale to bring the knees back to center, rocking the weight over your sacrum nice and evenly. And then releasing the cross of your legs. We'll take that reset position again. So feet wide, find the edges of the mat, let the knees knock together. And just encourage the body to melt in all directions. If you found a little sunny patch, that might be helpful. Just to promote the skin to soften. 3 more big breaths. Feeling the support of the ground holding you here, so you can sink into it. Ever so gently, when you're ready, let's walk the feet closer together. And then we'll turn to one side. So gently let your whole body turn over. So you're coming into a little fetal position. And you can support your head with your hands. And just take 3 more breaths here. In this safe, secure little shape. And when you're ready, using the hand that's most available to you, push into the ground or the mat to lift yourself up. And then we'll come to find a seated position. So taking any comfortable seated position that works for you, you might want to maybe fold up a little blanket to perch on. You might want to sit kneeling or cross-legged, anything that's comfortable. And once you've found yourself in this new position, just close down the eyes again. Reconnect with your breath again. Let your hands fall heavily on your lap. Shoulders dissolve away from your ears. And use your inhale to lift through the crown of your head. And your exhale to ground down through your sitting bones. So finding the truest sense of your spine here. Encouraging length and strength through that column. Keeping the chest broad and open. And then ever so slowly, maintaining the lift through the spine, we'll just gently drop the chin down towards the chest. This might feel nice just to hang here and feel that space through the back of the neck and the top of the shoulders. Or you might like to bring some movement into the head and neck by circling your nose. So imagine you're drawing a circle and finding the size of the circle that feels best for your neck right now. And this can change, but maybe start small and grow bigger. And I invite you to go as slowly as you can. So you can really recognize the sensations as they arise and as they dissolve. And if anywhere feels particularly tight, tense or tender, just pause there. Breathe into the space. Allow it to soften. And once you've been in one direction, be sure to go the opposite way as well. And just use this time, this opportunity to kind of get into any of those little nooks, crannies, iron out the kinks, and really utilize the breath to your best ability to ease any sense of tension. And when you're ready, bringing the head back to center, really nice and slowly. Chin up so it feels parallel with the floor. Spine tall and long. As you inhale next, we're going to lift the shoulders up to the ears and exhale, roll them back and away. So keep the hands on the lap. Inhale, shoulders up to ears. Exhale, squeeze them down and back. So you might want to, again, exhale through the mouth here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We'll take 3 more. Last one. Good. Let the shoulders stay low. Notice this length and space in your neck now. And we'll try to keep that as we bring the hands together in front of our heart center. Nestle your thumbs in towards your heart so you can feel the beat beneath your thumbs. And we'll just pause here for a moment to connect with all the hearts beating. All the love that's being shared. Keeping the hands firmly pressing together. As you inhale, we're going to reach the arms up towards the sky, reach through the fingertips. Maybe take the head up as well, as though your gaze is following your thumbs. And try to keep your eyes closed if you can. We're going to interlace the fingers except for the index and thumb. So we've got a little pointer reaching up. And then gently bring your head so the chin is parallel with the ground again. Stay with the breath as you breathe in and reach through that pointer fingers, your pointing fingers. Welcome all the length into the sides of your body. Feel the waists lengthening. Inhale to reach up, and as you exhale, we'll lean over to the right side. Keep grounding through both sitting bones. Big breath into the side body. Try not to crunch the shoulders up to your ears. And then use your next inhale to come back through center. Pause in the middle. Inhale to reach up once more. And exhale to the other side, leaning into the left. Grounding through your tailbone to your sitting bones. The more grounded you feel, the more space you can drop into. Last big breath. Inhale back up. Release the fingers and then exhale to fold over your legs. So just let your hands land wherever they come to land. Let your elbows and shoulders soften as your head drops down. So chin comes towards the chest. And as your arms reach forward here, you can still sink back through the lower part of your body. So try to really tip through the sitting bones. And you might find then there's a little bit more space to drop down. Try not to hold your head up, just let it drop. And as we surrender over here, just feel a connection to the ground, to our earth. And ever so slowly, we'll walk our hands back up towards our legs. Pause when you get to the top. Stay calm with your breath. And then in your own time, we're going to come forwards to our tabletop position. So you can either rock over your legs or you can bring them out to the side. If anyone has anything funky going on in their knees, I'd recommend placing a blanket underneath where we're going to kneel. So we want the knees to be about hip distance apart, the feet hip distance apart, and when you look back towards your feet, they're hiding behind your thighs. With your hands, try to spread the fingers nice and wide. Press into the fingertips and the undersides of your knuckles. And once you've established this new shape, let's close the eyes. Find the length in your spine as you pull forwards with your crown and pull backwards with your tailbone. And then taking a big inhale, we'll lower the belly towards the floor and reach our chest up. Tilt your chin up as you find this compression in the lower back. As you exhale, push the ground away and find your spine growing towards the ceiling as you round and tuck your tailbone under. Tuck the chin in. Inhale, lengthen the chest, lengthen the front of the body. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Exhale, round the spine. Dome it towards the ceiling. We'll take a few more like this. And imagine the breath like a wave flowing in and flowing out, and then feel like the movement matches this wave. This ripple effect with your spine as you isolate between the vertebrae, creating space between each one. So we want to try and encourage this smooth mobilization of the spinal column. And just move at your own pace, your own breath. I'm just here to guide you, but do what feels best for you. And then you might like to find some other movement by circling the hips, circling the shoulders, finding figures of 8, or maybe cat-cow is still preferable for you. I can just invite you to explore different ways of moving through your torso as you still connect to the ground with the points of contact that you have. So just encourage yourself for your intuition to lead you. Be guided by your breath. Nice, smooth, gentle movement to match this fluid, smooth, wave-like breath. And then ever so gently, when you're ready, finding your way back to your all fours stable tabletop. And then we're going to keep pushing into both palms, push into the left leg, and we're going to extend the right leg long. So try to flex the foot so the back of the leg feels active. And try to then drive through that heel. Both hips try to stay parallel to the ground. Option now to lift the left arm also. Reaching in opposite directions. And then option to stay here for a few breaths, or option to curl under. So elbow comes towards knee as we round the spine. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, draw them in. Contract inwards. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. And then slowly, slowly release. Both hand and knee are back down. We'll press into the right hand as we lift the left arm up to the sky. And then exhale, we're going to thread it through under our right arm and right leg. Just hover the arm off the floor. Inhale to push up and open. Exhale to twist under. Last one, inhale up. Exhale under. And this time we will let the arm drop, and we can let the forehead drop too on the left temple. And the right arm can either stay bent or you can extend it forwards. And then slowly we'll slide the right hand back towards the face, push into the ground. Release the left hand down. And now we're going to just pivot on the right foot. On the right knee, so that the right foot comes off the mat. And from here then we can push into the right knee and extend the left leg. And then have our weight on our right hand. And then lift the left arm up. So finding a little gate pose. And then reaching the left arm forwards. Find that calming breath. Inhale back up with the arm, and then take the hand down to the left shoulder. We're going to circle the elbow now, big circles. And you might be able to feel into that shoulder socket with your fingers, any kind of crunching or cracking sounds and sensations as you gently mobilize through them. Last big breath as you circle the elbow. And then gently release the left hand down. Tilt your weight back to center as the left knee comes down. And then we'll curl the toes under and just shift our weight forwards and back. So stretching out the backs of the feet, stretching out the wrists. And you can maybe move the palms to different directions, moving them around the clock face. But just go nice and tentatively so you don't yank or strain anything. Just moving into those yummy, juicy sensations. And then when you're ready, coming back to what feels like center. This time pressing into the right knee as we lift the left leg up. So imagine that your whole body is in a nice straight line, flexing through the left toes, driving through the heel, and try not to collapse in your lower back. So quite often the belly will drop and so will the lower spine, but just try to engage your core to keep nice and stable here. Option to keep the hands down and just moving the knee towards the chest, or option to now lift the right arm. Stay steady with that breath to promote a sense of ease in the body. And then option to exhale to draw elbow to knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale to lengthen. Last one. And then slowly lower the left knee and we'll reach the right arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Hover the arm off the ground. Inhale to lift. Exhale, threading through. Inhale to lift. Last one. Slide it all the way along the ground. Let the right shoulder and the right temple relax. The left hand can stay on the floor, maybe the fingertips, to encourage this little twist in the upper part of your spine, or maybe reaching the arm forwards. And then slowly sliding the left hand back towards your face. Push yourself up. Lower the right hand, and again, we'll pivot on this left knee, just 45 degrees or so that you can then extend the right leg long and both hips are facing the long side of the mat. Reach your right arm up. And then inhale, send it forwards over the head, reaching it to the front of your mat. Left shoulder away from the left ear. Inhale the arm back up directly above the shoulder and then bend the elbow so you can catch the shoulder head. We'll take some circles again, rotating through the shoulder socket. And try to stay nice and grounded through the points of contact you have with the ground. Keep pushing into the floor. Notice how it's holding you up here. Last big breath. And then lower back down towards your mat. And this time we're going to take the knees nice and wide and the big toes together as you sink your bum down towards your heels and send your arms forwards. Let your head rest down. And come to find a comfortable child's pose. So sinking the weight of your lower body back behind you as you reach your upper body forwards. And as our heart is shielded here, just take a few breaths to allow, to release, and to let go. Enjoy 3 more breaths here, breathing deeply into the belly. And then pressing into your hands and your forearms. Slowly lift your head up, and we'll shift our weight forwards and extend our legs behind us so that we can come to lie on our fronts. So we're going to have our hands just underneath our shoulders and our elbows close to our ribs. Press into the tops of your feet, and as you inhale, lift the chest and the head. Exhale to lower. You can either lower down to your chin or your forehead. Inhale, use the breath to lift you. Exhale, let the breath sink you back down. Inhaling to grow up and tall through the chest. Exhale to release back down. We'll take 3 more. And just be mindful of how your feet are connecting to the floor. See if you can push down through the tops of your feet. Push down through your thighs, your pubic bone. The more grounding we find, the more we can grow up. Nice big expansion with the breath. Last one. And then come to fully release into the mat. Turn one cheek to the floor and then let your arms just relax down. Let your heels drop open. I hope I'm not squashing the mic. Sorry if I am. So the heels can drop open to the side. And you can just shake across your hips so that the bum and the muscles in your legs feel nice and loose and wobbly again. And then just relax into the floor. Feel like the ground is embracing you entirely. The whole front side of your body releasing. Three more big breaths here. Slowly bring your hands back under your shoulders and push the mat away as we come back to a kneeling position. If you're using the blanket, just slide it to one side now. We're going to curl the toes under and we're going to press into our palms again. Really make sure that the fingers are all pressing down and then slowly lift the hips up towards the sky. You can keep a generous bend in your knees as you lengthen the spine. Maybe you want to alternate your knees bending so each heel can alternately drop down. So you'll find a natural little twist and turn with your hips. So we want to encourage the body to find ease here. Take 3 more big breaths. And then slowly begin to walk the feet up towards the hands. And keep bending into the knees so your belly can land on your thighs. And we'll take each hand around each elbow. So opposite elbows with your hands. Let your head relax down so your neck feels nice and long. Maybe sway from side to side if that feels nice for you. Maybe nod your head and shake it no. And then again, begin to bend one knee and exaggerate it a little bit more so the opposite leg can straighten. Or find length of sorts. Keeping the eyes closed, the neck long. Come back to find your weight nice and even across both feet. And then begin to uncurl the spine as we come up to standing. Release the arms when it feels appropriate. And come to stand nice and tall. Soften your gaze or close the eyes again. Maybe pick up all 10 toes and then place them back down so they're spreading. And you can feel the weight of your body distributed evenly through both soles of the feet. Turn your palms to face forwards. This will encourage the shoulders to drop. Encourage the tailbone to curl under. So it feels like your whole body's stacking upright, nice and strong. Really tall and open. Let all the skin around your body soften now. And then we're going to take the left foot off the mat. So keep pouring your weight into your right foot. And you might want to blink your eyes open a little bit. Send the left leg long, push through the heel. And it doesn't have to be at a particular height off the ground, anywhere that feels accessible for you. Find your balance here. Connect to your inner sense of balance. And then bend the knee and draw the right hand across the left kneecap. We're going to send the left arm back behind us. And maybe take your gaze over that left shoulder. We're going to release the arms and just send the left leg behind us. Take a nice big stance. Bend into the right knee and just shuffle your feet appropriately until you feel the legs switch on and feel energetic. The arms can expand open. Find your warrior two. So you want to feel like your right knee is stacking the right ankle. The left foot is perpendicular to the right. The hips are opening out to the long side of the mat. And then we're going to flip the right hand, reach forwards until you can't reach anymore. And then inhale up to the sky. And then exhale, take it back behind you. Revolve the arm. Come back to warrior two. We'll do this a few times. So flip the palm, reach, lift, take it back. Revolve, lift back to warrior two. Flip, inhale, reach forwards, all the way up. Exhale, reach back. Let the arm glide in front of you. Last one. Flip, reach, lift, and feel that right side of the body open, all the way back to warrior two. Then we're going to take the hands to the hips, and we're going to pivot on that left foot, so we stay on the ball of the foot. Keep bending into the right knee. Once you feel nice and stable underfoot, try to curl the tailbone under, hips parallel to the front, and then lift the arms up to the sky. We'll lower the left hand to the right thigh and just gently roll it out to the side. So you're trying to revolve the thigh muscle like a barrel. Reach up through the right hand and then lean over to the left. Keep driving through that left heel. One more big breath. And then inhale to lift both arms directly above the head. We'll lower the hands to the hips. And we're going to take a big bounce forwards to the front of the mat. Release your palms. Take a few breaths in your mountain. Make any adjustments you need to feel more centered, more balanced, more realigned. As you scan through your body and keep this awareness of breath flowing. I'm going to come to the other side of the mat, but you stay where you are. So when you're ready, we're going to lift the right leg up, hovering on your left foot. But try to spread the weight of your left foot down. Flick the toes up towards your face so that the foot is really flexing. Good. And then we'll bend the right knee so that the thigh is parallel with the floor. And then we'll take the left hand around the right thigh and reach the right arm back. Keep breathing. Maybe take the gaze towards your right fingertips or right thumb. And then we'll bring the arms back to the front and just shoot that right leg all the way back to our warrior two. Bending deeply into the left knee, making sure it stacks over the ankle. We want the legs to feel powered up, really switched on. When your legs feel strong and stable, lift the arms up to warrior two. Chest open, find the span in your arms as they reach in opposite directions. And then when you're ready, we'll flip the palm. Inhale, reach forwards, lift up. Exhale, reach all the way back and drop the arm. Inhale, reach forwards. Find your rhythm here. Now you know the movement. Find your flow. Taking one more together. And then we'll bring the hands to the hips and we'll turn on that back foot. So stay on the ball of the foot. You should feel a strong activation through the front of the right thigh. Curl your tailbone into that space directly beneath you. Hips guide them to the front of the mat. Stack the left knee over the ankle. When you're ready, inhale, arms lift. And find a gentle ease with the breath here. Lower the right hand to the left thigh. Reach up through the left hand. Revolve the thigh away from you as you reach with that left arm overhead to the right side. Big breath. And then both arms reach up again. We'll lower the hands to the hips. And we're going to take a big step to the front of the mat. Releasing your arms, releasing your weight through the feet. Closing your eyes, we'll take 3 big breaths here. We'll start to walk the feet out. So as wide as they need to come so that when you bend into your knees, you can lower your hips and your sitting bones down to the floor into a squat position. Crackety crack. So the backs of your arms can come to the inside of your knees. And if this feels really uncomfortable or painful for you, then you can always perch on a cushion or some books. We'll just be here for 3 more breaths. So try and close your eyes. Maybe lower your forehead towards your fingers. And imagine sending your energy down towards the ground. And then slowly, if you've used something to perch on, just gently release we're going to come down to the mat to come on our backs. I've run over time, sorry guys. We're going to lie down and take any little movements that feel good for you. So maybe some more twists, maybe a little inversion if you want to, maybe a bridge, a fold, anything that feels like your body's craving. Otherwise, let's take an early Shavasana. Let's extend our legs open wide, arms open wide. Use a blanket for covering your body, or maybe under your head for some support. Or maybe just lying flat on the ground feels best. So hopefully you're all on the ground now. You're all lying down comfortably. Give yourself a chance to relax here. Allowing the body to feel really supported and held. Let all of your body be heavy and soft. Closing your eyes if they're not already, and just allowing yourself this time to drift off. Surrendering to the stillness, surrendering to the silence, and surrendering to your sense of inner peace. Ever so gently Just bringing your awareness back into the breath. Notice how calm and peaceful it feels to be breathing. Start to re-energize the body by taking some slightly bigger inhales, slightly longer exhales. When you're ready, finding some gentle movement in your fingers and your toes. And then taking any other natural movement that feels helpful to reawaken the body. Big stretch. And then bringing your knees in towards your chest so you can hug them tightly. And then maybe just rock from side to side over your spine. Gently turning to your preferred side whenever you're ready. Let's take conscious breaths there. Again, using the hand that's most available to you, gently lift yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Take your time, there's no rush. And then I thought it'd be nice to bring our hands together to seal the practice. And we can all Om together. Take a big breath in. Let's savor the breath. Let's bow our head down towards our heart space in gratitude for all of our loved ones today, near and far. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. It's so funny doing it on a camera. I hope you all had moments of blissful time out or time in, however you see it. And happy Mother's Day to all of you wonderful mamas out there, especially to mine. I think you tuned in, Mom. I love you. Take care and enjoy the sunshine wherever you can. Lots of love, guys.